Boop. What's happening? Click that, do that. What's happening, buddy? Welcome to the Sunday morning hangover. Yeah, not exactly morning today. And but I still wanted to do a stream this Sunday, I guess you could say. Yeah. The main reason was just not wanting to get out of bed. You ever just have one of those mornings where it's just like, don't feel like getting up, and you kind of drift in and out? Like I probably woke up at like I woke up at like 8:45, and then just kind of laid there, fell back to sleep. Woke up at about 10, looked at my phone, checked some things, and just kind of laid there, went back to sleep. It was just one of those mornings, guys. And then I was like, I better get up. Let's just get up. Anyways, looks like Zach is doing the aliens meme from oh yeah, aliens. I know, I caught it just right. Like I was, because that video, the Vanity Fair video, I was kind of just like scrubbing through it. Which, if you haven't watched the video yet, well, we're gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna go over the whole thing. I thought about just doing like the whole thing, but I'm not sure. That's just a long video. It's like 16 minutes, I think, or something like that. We'll go over portions of it, but yeah, he kind of looks like I caught him in that just right moment. What's going on, Mattia? You should watch Justice Society. I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, I should. What's going on, Jason? Just a lazy son. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Like I said, last night I went to Palm Springs for my friend's birthday. Ended up not staying out there, which I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. And then, it just got to a point where it was like, all right, it's kind of winding down. I didn't drink that much, so I was like, I'm just gonna head home and talk some Batman animated series, is what we did last night. So, but then I just was up. I was up pretty late last night, just watching some things, catching up on things, and then, make me one too. I'll take a slice. What's going on, Ajit? How you doing, Jose? Your interest scared me. Yeah, you gotta remember, that's how I wake you guys up on Sunday. I put that intro in. So yeah, and it's cool. Is he? I hope so. We talked about it. Probably about a week and a half ago. But he's been so busy, so who knows when exactly. It's funny too, because we had this plan, because anytime that I have like somebody from his movies, whether it's Justice League or Army of the Dead, I always let him know, just in case he wants to pop in. And sadly, it's only happened with the Ray Porter one, in which that was fantastic, and I've always been wanting to do that again. So anytime I've had anybody else, I'm like, hey man, I got so and so, and he wanted to show up for Junkee XL. But I remember we talked about it was his birthday weekend, so he couldn't do it. He really wanted to show up when Sam Wynn was on and surprise her. So yeah, and then I'm hopefully I'm trying to get still trying to get some people from the main cast of Army of the Dead, and but anyways, he's just been really busy, so we'll see if we get him on there and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Good. Enjoy yourself. Definitely enjoy yourself. I haven't even checked out box office or anything. I know they already released some numbers and stuff, and so I'll have to check that out and do like a video later. But hopefully you guys are watching it. I'm trying to get those guys on, and I've gotten in touch with Batista's people, but it's just this whole thing about Netflix and how they do their press stuff. So I'm just trying to see how I can get around that. And I know with some people like Samantha Wynn, she's not, you could just connect, get in touch with her people directly, and it's no big deal. So, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully. But yes, I got my coffee mug, my Exclusivo coffee mug, of course. If you want to get yourself an Exclusivo coffee mug or get some other merchandise, check out the Film Junkie closet down below. I'm finally gonna rearrange the closet, I should say, and so you patrons, I'm gonna give you early access to possibly get the new shirts. I got 4 new shirts that are gonna be popped in there, and I'm gonna put them at a Patreon discount price. I'm gonna give you a discount code, so if you're a patron or want to be a patron, go ahead and do the $3 to $6 tier. The $1 is like just one of those, hey, it's a help the pirate ship kind of thing. But then again, maybe I will do. No, I'll do that too. What am I saying? No, everybody on the Patreon. Yeah, all the pay tiers. Yeah. I should do that. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys a discount code for the new ones. I would love to get Jeremy Johns too. I know I got to get in contact with them, but I have an idea of like who I want to get on next week. Especially, I mean, obviously I want Zach to come on here, but we'll see what happens with that. So we'll see. Just everything's like in motion. Enough with the numbers. Exclusives. Yeah. When Ajit said, "Thanks for showing up to the vodka stream, even though we didn't see your pretty face." But so do all that if you want to do that. That's right. So I gotta say, I know. I was like, wait, does that even make sense? Save money, got to spend money to save money. I know. It's really that's how you do it. I know. You get exclusive shirts and stuff like that at a discounted price, but become a member, right? And if you want to become just a member of Film Junkee, I mean, that's where I do all the post-show vlogs and other little videos. So what's going on, Sam? We have Benjamin Fritz. We had Mr. Ascended Ancient. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Let's look at some tweets before we dive into some Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill too. We'll talk about Henry Cavill's nice long message too. He was just like, I have had enough of your shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll talk about his Instagram post. I think it was Instagram, right? So, anyways, all right. So let's burp. All right. So let's do this. All right. So let's see what's happening. Well, we got a woodpecker just going at it, and hey. When you're in the zone and you just can't stop and you don't realize, like, hey, you're just not going to stop. And that's what this little guy's doing. He's like, hey, fuck this. I'm just going to tear this tree up. Leave me alone. I'm on a good one. And then, of course, Zach talking about the dream. Did I hit the audio? I don't think I hit the audio. Hold on a sec. I always forget to hit the audio when I share the page. Yeah, share that. So this is him talking about the dream lens with Mr. O'Connell. So, and I love that dream lens. Where's the okay? There you go.
You go from a zoom to blur, the way you blurred your background.
Yeah, the lenses were these. They're these Canon dream lenses that were built in the '60s. Consumer lenses. They open to like a 0.95, so really thin depth of field. That's what sort of creates that thin kind of and dream-like out of focus. And the cameras were they were Red Monstros. Jared gave them to me. They're from Red Camera. Incredible cameras. I'm going to use them again whenever I can.
I like what he says at the end.
It's really amazing. So yeah, sophisticated and with this weird combination of super high tech and super low tech. That feels like my wheelhouse. Taking the most high tech thing and getting it dirty.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Super high tech, super low tech. I like that. I like how he explained it right there. You don't realize that those lenses have been around forever. And to try to take those lenses and put it in new technology, I mean, really created like an atmosphere and an aesthetic. And yes, guys, here's a video that has been going around that a lot of us are kind of going, oh shit, what could have been. It's really why I labeled it what could have been. And it's this video right here, this interview right here, where he talks about a certain thing that would happen in Justice League 2.
100%. You would get some kind of probably female fairies like landing on Themyscira and some sort of crazy giant.
Oh god. I can't wait now.
All sorts of I would really, I mean, the apocalyptic invasion that's coming, that the dark side is like ready the armada. He's loading up all of his cats and they're coming. So it would be pretty much the entire horde of new gods landing on Earth. And that's why you need like the lanterns, and that's why you need everybody to join together to fight against, because that's a pretty formidable war that you're about to get into.
Ouchies. Ouchie. Oh, the pain. Like you said, Jose. So basically, yeah, a sequence where the female Furies show up to Themyscira and there's a big, huge battle. I mean, like the biggest cat fight in the world. He was going to kill us. Zing. Oh, man, I just got canceled for that one. No, but yeah, can you imagine that that, I mean, that's an entire act. That'd be an entire act, or I don't know, that'd be an entire portion of the movie. I don't know. But that would be absolutely insane. Now it would be like a good chunk, just probably like the history lesson, probably a little longer. But man, Female Furies against the Themyscirian. Oh man, the Amazons, just so good, man. That'd be so good. So that's a little portion. See, that's probably on that whiteboard that we have not seen, guys. Remember, I mean, we talk about what was seen on the whiteboards, or that wasn't really there wasn't a sequence on the whiteboards that we did see that had that, right? I don't think it did. I have to go back, but I don't think so. But yeah, that would have been something just pretty awesome. So we're all kind of moaning and groaning that we didn't get that. And then I need this. I want this. I want the grappling launcher replica. I need to get this. I want this from Batman the Animated Series. Please, God, I want that. That's awesome, especially after talking a lot of Batman the Animated Series. And then we got Why Not Stuff doing a Snyder tiger zombie kind of thing. So that's pretty awesome. Love that. And then DeTrinity, just nailing it again with Wayne T. Carr as John Stewart. Look at that. So beautiful. So freaking beautiful right there. So nailed it yet again. And everybody's been tweeting it at Wayne T. Carr. So hopefully he's enjoying that. Hopefully you guys checked out the episode last night of Batman the Animated Series. We talked about the last laugh. And I'll be putting it up on all the streaming services, like the different, Spotify and all that stuff. Which everything's going up on Spotify. I need a. It's not all together yet because it takes a little bit to process. But soon, everything live is just, and I've told you guys, everything live, mostly everything live is just going to go in audio form, just in case you just want to listen to it as opposed to seeing my pretty face. And then this was nice of Chelsea Edmondson, who said the pleasure was all mine. Thanks for having me. You're so cool. You're so cool. You're so cool. Apparently she thinks I'm cool. Sounds cool. But yeah, she was a delight. And I love the fact that there's like a lot of images of her and that was posted of her and the groom, I guess you could say, that got the nice little gift that started the apocalypse. So that was cool. And then it says Army of the Dead right here. It says Netflix will produce a 30-minute documentary about the making of Army of the Dead. So that's badass. How freaking, I mean, I swear to God, every time there's like different images of like Debbie and Zach, I'm like, all right, did you guys just de-age again another 20 years? I mean, I don't know. What the hell? See, it's just like all of a sudden it's like, wait, you guys are younger again. Oh, how did you guys do that? And then this was pretty funny. So Venom Hernandez did this video right here. I'm not even sure what I was doing in that right there. Something about shooting something into my veins, but I thought that was pretty funny. Nice little video. This is pretty funny too because they did like a I think it was Army of the Dead, Full House, like Army of the something like Full House Army or something like that. And they did these little intros that was pretty good. So that was Zach's intro right there. It was pretty funny. And then look at this cake. That's a cake. It looks so gross, but looks so damn good because it's chocolate and chocolate. So I'm like all about that. It's freaking awesome right there. So awesome. Injecting the China white. There it is. Here, these were the images that she was posting. So yeah, that's right. She was wearing fishnets. She was looking all good and stuff. Then this guy, I mean, balding and whatever. But hey, there's who started the apocalypse right there. We are, and no spoilers. The first 15 minutes are out there. So hopefully everybody gets to see it soon. And then this is a good shot of Batista and Snyder. Just to give you a sense of how huge freaking Dave Batista is. I wonder what kind of watch Snyder's wearing. I'm assuming that's probably a Rolex. I don't know. You know me, I love watches. So I'm just kind of like, what kind of watch is that? Submariner. I love this shot, the Gray Ghost. I can't wait to talk with Scott about the Gray Ghost shot. And of course, hopefully you guys saw my spoiler-free review that I posted, I think yesterday. If no, I posted that Friday. I'll be posting my spoiler review. I think I'm going to do that tonight. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow morning. So see what happens with that. And it's about time that all of a sudden some people were posting, obviously, Nightmare Batman right here. And then this right here was pretty cool from Mr. Aaron Bailey. I like that. Cool little concept art. That's right. This is funny and scary. Look at that. There's the Superman we want. That's my Superman. Happy and fat. That's what I'm talking about. And then Mr. Justice Max, I should say now, did a Wayne T. Carr drawing as well. Looks awesome. Love that. And Alex, of course, showing that he was got some Woodford Reserve for watching that. And then some more concept art from Reza. A lot of people doing concept art on what, just because we can't really see. And then I swear to the guy, this face app cracks me up all the time. Good stuff. And Harry Lennox talking about that. Some more concept art from Lokesh doing some more Wayne T. Carr stuff right there. So really cool. And see, this is what you love to see right there. It's a director just with the camera on his shoulder, just doing the whole thing right there. It's pretty awesome. You gotta love it. And I can't get over this, man. I mean, look at the Lily James, man. My God, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Wasn't there more? Didn't I tweet out more? I could have swore maybe they removed I think they removed the images maybe or something. I don't know. I thought there was more. There's more images and tell you what images. When it comes to seeing Lily James with Pamela Anderson, I tell you what. So good stuff right there. All right, so we got all that. So let's talk about Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill just said, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of what's going on. And yeah, it just shows you too that Twitter is not the only cesspool of shittiness. It's all over the place. So he tweeted this right here, or not tweeted, posted on Instagram. I think it was Instagram, it's definitely Instagram. I don't know if he posted it on Facebook as well. But it says, "Dear fans and followers, I wanted to make a we community announcement. I couldn't help but notice that there has been some social animosity of late. It's becoming increasingly prevalent on my feed. There has been lots of, let's call it speculation for now, about my private life and my professional partnerships. Now, while I do appreciate the passion and support by those very people who are speculating, it has come to such a point that I needed to say something, which in itself is a bad thing. We are living in an age of social enlightenment. More and more people are realizing that their views may have been blinkered and that they need to expand them to encompass others. So to you out there who are expressing your disdain and showing your displeasure through a surprising variety of ways, it's time to stop. I know it can be fun to speculate, to gossip, and to dive into our personal echo chambers on the internet, but your passion is misplaced, and it causes harm to people I care about most. Even your more conservative of negative assumptions about both my personal and professional life just aren't true. Let's embrace this age of social enlightenment together and move forward with positivity. I am very happy in love and in life. I'd be enormously grateful if you were happy with me. If you can't bring yourself to be happy with me, then at the very least, try to do yourself proud and be the best version of yourself. Say it. Grace said that Henry was gay. Did she really? I thought that wasn't that going around for a bit there. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. He's had some pretty. He's we've seen who he's been with. He's been with Gina Carano. He's been with Kelly Cuoco. Man, Kelly Cuoco, man. So, yeah. So basically, what can you say? I mean, a lot of. He is talking about professional too. So he is probably. It's not just. I'm sure there's a lot of female fans of his out there that were kind of showing the distaste. You know how that's a weird thing when it comes to the difference between guys and girls in social media and how they approach things. Like guys will. I don't know. It's not the same because, when it's like, say a female celebrity's crush that you have, when you see that she's with somebody, we don't go like, huh, but for some reason, the ladies, they do get that jealous eye. I've noticed, even just talking like, with female friends and stuff like that. And they'll say stuff like, oh, he could do so much better. He could do better. Look at her. They start judging, and it's just like, ooh. I think I even got a little bit of that last night when we were making conversations about things. It's like, man, sometimes the ladies are pretty you know, they get the claws kind of come out a little bit. They get a little sharp and come out a little bit when they see who so and so is dating, and then they start just going, who's that? It's like, hey, you know, to each their own. Okay, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, guys. That's what it is. Yeah, it's just, and then, but when it comes to guys, we just you know, we just get combative. We get combative. That's what it is. We get combative about shit, about the nerdy shit and stuff like that. So but I mean, I don't know exactly what was all said and stuff. So, but it's just you hear about that. But when it comes to maybe professional, you know, I'm sure it had some things to do with the Black Superman stuff. I'm sure that had a lot to do, and there was probably like a flood of fuck Warner Brothers and stuff like that. And you know, Henry's still very much a professional, so I'm sure there was a lot of that he's seen lately. So, that's my guess. When you date someone, more girls try to talk to you. Yeah, when you date someone, more girls try to. Yeah, that's a weird phenomenon, I guess you could say. It's that forbidden fruit. It's the forbidden fruit effect, I guess you could say. That's what it is. What's going on, Eric? Dave, dare to speak about sex behavior? I know. Watch out. Getting canceled many times in here. So sometimes when they try to dash small rumors, it just brings it more attention. Yeah, it does. Kerosene to the flames. Definitely does. So yeah, it's all interesting. So yeah, I don't know why Grace has it so much. I mean, I heard when it came to me, yeah, I didn't hear like that. I didn't hear anything like that. I heard like, Cavill was he was just more like, hey, let's just do whatever we want to do. I think when it came to him being like gung ho for the reshoots, he was like, all right, whatever you want to do, let's do this. So he was just gung ho. So that's, unlike Ben Affleck, who was like, fuck this. I think Henry was just like a company man, and he was just being like professional. And then when he saw the final product, he probably went, God damn it. So, and then that's why it's great that he was there with for the initial announcement. So good on him. Hopefully, hopefully everything works out for him. And when it comes to Henry Cavill, don't listen to what Grace has to say. But it seems like it's funny because, when they announced like Enola Holmes 2 and stuff, she was all about it. She's all about like a lot of things when it comes to Henry Cavill. But then all of a sudden she'll say some weird things about him. And it's just, it kind of makes me scratch my head about her sometimes. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, so if you guys seen this Vanity Fair video, which is really cool, he basically goes through his whole career. We're not going to really go through all of it. Some of it, though, was pretty cool when he talks about certain things, like he talks about like doing music videos and certain music videos and a lot of stuff like that. It's a really good okay, what the hell, all of a sudden my phone just went crazy and I thought I got a message from somebody and I was like, nope, that's weird. Ooh, Yazzie just hit a home run, motherfuckers. Looks like the Giants are going to win because they lost last night, dummies. But yeah, looks like the Giants, top of the ninth, 4-1. Cool. But it's this video right here. But yeah, he talks about a lot of stuff, and I kind of got some. I like what he says about. I mean, obviously he talks about Dawn of the Dead, but I like what he had to say about 300. So I forgot. I always forget to share the damn audio. Not used to that. All right, let's share the damn audio, Dave. So this right here, I like what he has to say about 300. There's a lot of, about shopping and around and you know who turned it down? Fucking Warner Brothers. So.
See, old friend.
I broke more soldiers than you did.
300 happened. I shopped at Warner Brothers, and they said that they had a movie called Troy,
which is a good movie, but still,
it was a Sword and Sandals movie. And they said, like, here's the thing we have in our movie. We have a guy named, I don't know if you've known, his name's Brad Pitt. And you have.
I don't know if you know this guy.
That's cute. So
I see. I like what he says right
after Dawn's.
That's a
We
funny.
have a guy named, I don't know if you know,
Brad
his
Pitt.
name's Brad Pitt. And so what? And you have what now? A comic book? That's cute.
That's cute.
So no. After Dawn's was successful and people seemed to like it, that's what started the process of 300. And we shot a test because no one knew what. When I said it's going to look just like the comic book, they were like, "Yeah, but where in Greece are we filming?" I'm like, "We're not filming in Greece. We're filming just against the green screen." And they were like, "What? No, that doesn't. That's gonna be horrible." I shot a test to show them what it would look like, and I even think after I showed it to them, they weren't sure what. They were like, "Okay, you could go try that." And I really was happy with the way it turned out. I mean, to this day, you know, people are like, 300 is crazy. But
Yes, it was very crazy. But yeah, as you could see, yeah, exactly. Troy is not as memorable as 300. Everybody remembers 300, not Troy. So again, Warner Brothers. Even though I think Troy's a good movie, what is that, a Wolfgang Peterson movie, right? It's a good movie. Brad Pitt was a beast, even though I thought he was a little too pretty in that movie. I was like, Jesus Christ, can we rugged? Can he be a little more rugged? He's a little too pretty in that movie. And I know he like gained all that muscle and stuff like that. But then you had Eric Bana, who was like the rugged one. I guess that's what they were going for. And then you had little, what's his name? Totally drawing a blank on his name. Totally drawn a blank. You guys know what I'm talking about. He was in there, and then it's a good flick, I think. But I think it kind of, when it gets to the end, I kind of know the ending kind of just like, I don't know. You kind of already know what's gonna happen with the Trojan horse and everything like that. So yeah. And then of course he talks about Watchmen and all that. Let's see, where does he talk? I think he talks about Watchmen next, actually. So oops. Oh, an ad, of course. Oh boy.
Advanced Genethine.
There you go.
With Bifidus Prebiotic. Youthful radiance in 7 days.
I always find it funny when these actors and actresses do these. Why do they do perfume and why do they do these commercials? And whatchamacallit, Orlando Bloom, thank you. Why do they do those commercials, the fragrance commercials? I don't get it. Why is that such a thing? Like big time actors, like, yeah, that's like one of the things you gotta do. You gotta do one of these commercials, man. Anyway, so then he talks about Watchmen right here.
America's enemies.
I'm a huge fan of the graphic novel. It's probably the greatest graphic novel ever written. I knew the material, and when they asked me, I just felt like I was like, yike, that's big. If you were religious, it would be like someone saying, we should make the Bible into a movie. What do you think? And you might just be like, I don't know. The thing was, I was sure they were going to make the movie anyway, with or without me. There was just a lot of things in it that I was like, oh, it's not really correct to the graphic novel. And so the process that I went through when I said I would do it was kind of trying to reinsert as much of the graphic novel back into it,
which he did,
in a sort of subversive way over time, which has become now.
He brings up a good point too at the end here.
I really love it, and I think it's a bit of a cult classic now.
Yes,
the movie that probably was made 10 years before it should have been made.
Right here, ahead of his time.
What it says about the genre. I was making it based on this comic book genre, right? Not the movie genre necessarily. The movies have caught up to it. And I really just want to reach out to Alan Moore and I think I really need to have a coffee with him at some point and just explain myself.
See, that's the thing, because we all know that Alan Moore was kind of upset with him, right? Because the ending had to change. No Squiddy at the end. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I hope they actually do have that coffee together, please, Alan Moore. I mean, that makes sense though. I love the fact that it was ahead of its time, because now we have all these comic book movies, and now there's a lot of things, a lot of newer stuff, like your The Boys, even Invincible, or of course recently Jupiter's Legacy. Very much you could compare those to Watchmen now. But he was trying to just go like, well, there's not like this. There wasn't a bunch of superhero movies, so I'm just kind of doing it when it comes to the comic book. It makes you kind of wonder if he didn't make this movie back in 2008 and he was going to make this movie now in like 2022, 23, whatever. How much of it would he have changed? Now to be that's what probably not a lot, but you never know. What's going on, Tehran? So I think that was pretty cool. And then, of course, this is where he talks about Sucker Punch. And we're not to talk about Sucker Punch. Because there's nothing really new with Sucker Punch. Although at the end he does say that there is a director's cut that has not yet to be seen, and he also makes a jab too about the sexist comments that he would always get. And he goes, "No, it's all because culture put those girls in those comics or in those costumes." But I like the fact that he does say that there is a director's cut. But let's get to the Man of Steel part when he talks about Christopher Nolan again. So good.
My friend Christopher Nolan
My
called
friend.
me and said, "Hey, Zach, would you have any interest in making a Superman movie? David Goyer and I wrote a script, Superman script, and I don't think I want to do it. Do you have any interest in it?" And I was like, "Yes, yeah." And so he sent the script over, and I read it, and it was cool. He had seen Watchmen and really enjoyed it. I began the process of Man of Steel and casting a Superman and trying to say, like, what is Superman for us, for our generation? Like, what is Superman going to be? I'm like, here's the guy I want to play.
Henry Cavill.
Superman, named Henry Cavill. And then I did the best I could.
Hoodman.
Like, filmed
You
him
see-
with his cape on.
Yeah. Did you see that right there? Like, I think that's what the right there was the running title, like the secret title called. It was Hoodman. Looks like it says Hoodman. Yeah. I think. I don't
want to
know.
play Superman.
I don't think I've ever noticed that logo.
And then I did the best I could. I would like filmed him with his cape on, with like flary cool backgrounds.
Yeah.
I had him standing there in slow motion with the cape.
See, he's very
flapping.
meta. He knows.
And,
he
showed it
knows.
to the studio. And said,
Slow
like, "Right?"
motion.
And they were like, yeah, it's cool. Watchmen, yes, it's a complete
cool.
deconstruction. Like, you took the entire thing apart.
I love this
the
right here.
car. You took it completely apart. And then in Man of Steel, the thing was put the car back together. That concept kind of goes across the entirety of my DC run.
Yes.
In the sense that it was an exercise in construction and deconstruction and construction. We were going to take the entire thing apart in BVS.
Yes.
And put the thing back together in Justice League, and then take it apart again and put it back together again. That was
Man.
kind of the way we saw the whole thing going.
God, I mean, geez. I know we've heard that before. Just hearing it again, though. I mean, Justice League 2. I mean, how great would that have been to see? Because when you want, I mean, and it's funny too, because I had Justice League on yesterday, and and then last night when I got back home and when I got done with everything, I just put on the ending. Like I had it just for the ending, and I was just like, all right, let's just watch the ending again. And yeah, it's very much that, like, everything it does, even though we know that there's other shit out there that's coming, it ends on a pretty happy note. Then it just makes you wonder, okay, how would he have deconstructed it in Justice League 2? I mean, obviously we know that he was going to have the female Furies show up at Themyscira to F some shit up. But then we, when it comes to the whole Batman sacrificing himself too, like, how impactful was that going to be? And was that going to be the very end of Justice League 2, or what was going to exactly happen with that? So that would have been interesting to definitely see, man. What'd you say? Zach made 4 of the best CBMs of all time, and the haters can't stand it. Amen. I think that actually deserves, of course, Jose, that deserves a
fucking hard fact.
Yep, right there. So now we get to, of course, BVS, where he talks about, of course, he's talked about it where it's like, yeah, Batman. They wanted, first when you put Batman on the table, you can't take it off the table.
So after all these years, we finally got you over to Metropolis.
We imagined that there would be a world possibly where there would be a sequel to Man of Steel. And I think
Man of Steel 2.
After the movie came out, and there was this discussion of going ahead with a sequel, it was pretty early in the process that we were like going to bring Batman into the movie. Once you say that out loud, like, we should have Batman in the movie.
Yeah, you can't get rid of
that
no.
back in that toothpaste back in the tube, because like they're like, well,
you ever try to do that?
Cooler guy.
Cooler guy.
Batman. And then that doesn't exist. So
I love that.
you're kind of stuck with Batman now. Ben Affleck, you don't really need.
Does not exist, guys.
Pitch. It was more me convincing Ben that it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And he was hesitant, I'll be honest, because it's Batman, and the internet can be cruel, which it was. It's weird that now, there's a huge cry for Ben Affleck to continue being Batman, which is ironic and fun.
Yes.
I like the cyclical nature of the internet. It's cool. It's poetic, truly. In BVS,
really is.
Ben,
So I love that. I love the fact that he talked about that, because I think I tweeted out. It was a few weeks ago where I tweeted out, back in 2014, how it said fans are rallying together to get Ben Affleck to sign those stupid change.org things, whatever the hell, petition to get Ben Affleck out as Batman. Now in 2020, we have fan petitions to get him back as Batman and get more of his Batman. So I love the fact that he commented on that. It's really cool.
smashes Superman on the head with the sink and then picks him up and carries him, throws him over the banister.
So apparently this is his favorite shot.
For some reason, and that down shot of Henry when Ben drags him out and his cape just goes across the radiators. And I don't know, for some reason that's one of those shots that I've just always loved. And if I hadn't made it, I would have thought it was cool.
I would have thought it was cool.
What happens
Oh no,
outside
another ad.
can end up inside. Disinfect your floors with Clorox mopping cloths. They kill 99.9%
It's all
of
right.
germs.
It's
The leading
how
brand
the
just
world
pushes
works.
germs
It's
around.
totally fine. Clorox, guys.
counts.
I'm
Trust
sure.
Clorox.
Up. There it is. There it is. You guys notice that too? I love the fact that I'm doing commentary on ads also. But you notice that too in Clorox, in anything that's a disinfectant. Oh yeah, 100%. Just to make sure it kills COVID-19, guys. Just to make sure that is a selling point for everything. Every cleaning product now is it kills COVID. Even though now it's been revealed that when it comes to the whole surfaces thing, when everybody was freaking out about surfaces, turns out that's not how the virus is getting transmitted. It's all in the air. It's in the air mainly. So. But yeah, that's always the thing. So, no, I don't do the ad blocker thing because I understand that that's how channels and stuff, that's how people build up their stuff, just like I do. So I'm kind of showing, I'm using, I'm doing commentary on Vanity Fair's video that they worked on, for free. So I'm okay with actually doing that. So I don't do the ad blocker stuff because I get that's just the way the whole business thing works. So that's why I don't do the ad blocker thing. So then of course we get to Justice League right here. I should probably turn it back
When
up.
the movie came out in 2017, I was not doing the movie anymore, and they had done the movie. They'd finished the movie without me. I think there was a guy in Wales who walked out of the movie theater and hashtagged and released on that day of release the Snyder theater was not.
Here, go back to that. Sorry, I was like, I was reading your guys' stuff.
In 2017, I was not doing the movie anymore, and they had done the movie. They finished the movie without me. I think there was a guy in Wales who walked out
Mr.
of the
Marr.
movie theater and hashtagged and released on that day of release. Release the Snyder, right? On the day of release, that hashtag was used for the first time. 2 years later.
So I love that. That's Mr. Marr. We all know who that is. The Viking, who, of course, co-host with Krypton Cage on The Real Emotion. He's the one that started it all pretty much. Of course, there's going to be people. There's people at certain sanctions of the fandom, which will be like, I beg to differ, sir. But no, I mean, he was essentially the first one to do. I think there was like talk of a Snyder Cut that was happening before it happened. But the fact that it happened on the day of is what's really cool about it. Yeah. Movies that mar. Yeah. On his Twitter, man. Good guy. Trigger this. Whoa, watch out. Watch out, Jose. Watch out. Movies that mar, man. Good stuff. Now when it comes to YouTube Premium, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being, because you don't get any ads, right? With that, I mean, it's showing the appreciation. That's what's so weird about this whole thing, and that's why I kind of go like, I don't mind the ads, because I know it's like, hey, everybody's working to try to keep the lights on when it comes to working on stuff, and got to show your appreciation for people's work. If that means I have to watch a 5-second ad, so be it. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But the premium stuff, I don't think that's being a sucker or anything. I think you're just showing your appreciation. Just like, if someone was doing that with my channel, or, you know, you're paying the memberships and stuff like that. It's appreciation and stuff. So anyways, continue.
The anniversary of the movie, November 17th again, there was a huge Twitter campaign that had gone on that was joined by Gal and Jason and Ben and Ray.
Yeah.
And
it's a good day.
To release the Snyder Cut. And that was when I got a call from the studio to say, what is that? What is the reality?
What is that?
Look like? And that was when I got the smallest inkling that there was a chance that that could be a reality. First thing they said was like, we want to release the Snyder Cut.
This right here. Ugh.
In its raw form, unfinished.
No.
On HBO Max.
No.
And I was like, no. And I'll tell you why it's a no. It's a no for 3 reasons. One, if I release the movie, the internet leaves you alone. I don't know if that's
yeah, don't
2,
do that.
If I release the movie in its raw form, you get all your viewers to HBO Max.
Yeah.
Based on kind of, I don't want to say, just based on this rough version of the movie. And 3, you get to point at the movie and go, see, it's not that good. You're right. Look at how weird it's like. All those like previs and it's horrible. So I was like, that's a hard no. I said, well, can I at least come in and tell you what I think the best version of this would be? And so I went in and just kind of pitched them on finishing the movie correctly and Zack Snyder's Justice League and how we could market it and what it would mean to the fans and all that. And then they came over to my house and watched it.
They watched it. No one had ever seen it. Again, we start talking about, okay, why was it unwatchable? I mean, I guess when Batman on Film got that news, first off, they probably jizzed in their pants because they don't like Snyder. Maybe that was just put out there by Warner Brothers. I don't know. Maybe somebody did see like just some kind of assembly cut and already just made the distinction that it was just going to be too Zack Snyder-y or a blah, blah, blah. But it's just the fact that he said no one's ever watched it before. And I know there was like a debate on back and forth on what exactly he meant by that. I don't know. And let's see what happened to the Fiona. That's what everybody would actually like to know. Do I hate her? No. But I do kind of wonder what happened to her. She did vanish. She did leave Zach high and dry on that charity stream. So it's one of the things I'll always question about. That'd be one of my first questions, be like, why did you leave him high and dry? Because those guys, her and what Dr. Chris that Jose is saying, they're the ones that, I don't know if you guys know this, but that's how they got connected with Zach. And then they left him high and dry. So just, you know, I've talked about that before. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't need I mean, I know that's why there's all these people that don't like the fact that he mentioned that it was that tweet, but come on. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. She's like a fart in the wind.
They were like, okay, we're inclined to do it. And then the truth is, I think that when the pandemic struck, a lot of the visual effects houses went down because they had no thing to work on. And we had a finished film. And so the kind of stars aligned and they were like, okay, if we do it right now. And that's how it kind of came to be. And I love the material. And so I'm excited for them when they come on set in their costumes. You know, it's just cool. I was like, look at you guys. This is so cool. It's like literally a labor of love. You know,
he's such a dork.
And
such a dork.
When you make something purely for justice, to have it be received well is really the
received
reward.
Well.
What
Yes.
the fans have done for suicide prevention and mental health awareness. If no movie existed, that would be enough. You know, so when I finished the movie, it was just one of those things where I just felt like I hope I did enough. You know, for the effort because it was such incredible effort that the fans put forward. And yeah.
Thank you, Zach.
There is an abundance.
Totally. And then he talks about Army of the Dead, which, you know, we've gotten a lot of that in the past week. So I just thought I'd go through some of that right there. You know, it's very well done. Definitely like it. Man, I know he's such a nerd. He's such a nerd. And like, I just love that. Oh, man. It's just so cool. So cool. But anyways, so yeah, I liked all the stuff that he had to say right there. It's really, yeah, we can hate Warner Brothers. Yeah, definitely do. It just sucks, man, because I know he's been talking about, I mean, obviously he talks about what he'd have in the sequel and how they have it all. It's all there. See, that's the thing. It's all there. It is there. There's, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League was such huge, you know, successful and praised. It's like you have all there, even if it's not going to be 100% Snyder at the helm which I know, who knows? And, obviously it'd be a bit into the future before it would actually happen. And there would be a lot of things that you'd have to rearrange again. Yeah. But at the same time, you have it. It's all there. Like maybe there's not exactly a script. I don't know if there's exactly a script. Maybe there is. I don't think he's ever talked about it. Is there actual scripts or is there just outlines and storyboards? But it's all right there. You already got it. You're already ahead of the game right there. So it's crazy. It's all crazy. It just sucks, man. And Army of the Dead also got good reviews. I know. And that's another thing they passed on. Pretty much. Okay. And then we find out that, of course, they passed on 300, right? Or did they do 300? I can't remember. Who actually did? Who distributed? Who did 300? Was it Warner Brothers? It wasn't Warner Brothers, right? Or was it somewhere else? I don't even know. 300. I'm kind of curious about that now. Boop, 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 boop. 300. Anybody know that? Let's see. Sequel produced. Who distributed? I need to go to. Anybody know? Ooh, the Giants won. Was it Legendary? It was Warner Brothers. Okay, so it was Warner Brothers. Okay, so they actually did end up doing it, but at first, okay. So then at first they were like, "What the fuck is this?" So that one, what's funny is like, I'm looking at the IMDb. The IMDb currently is at 7.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, it's actually fresh, 61%. Metacritic's at 52%. That's weird. That's interesting. But I mean, that's really Dawn of the Dead got his name out there, but 300 really put his name on the map when it came to that. I remember when that movie came out. I tell you what, like everybody was just all about that movie. Legendary, yeah. Did Zach was a producer. Zach was a producer on Hey Evan, we get it, dude. Relax. We get it. Yeah, stop typing, man. Stop typing, damn it, so Dave can see my question. Yeah, I missed your question. Let's see, Dave, answer me this. Where the hell did it all go wrong? Was there no communication? Why would Warner Brothers let Zach make these movies to just react the way that I don't know? Egos. It's all very strange. Like I don't even think Zach knows. Even just talking to him personally, he is baffled by their behavior as well when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he was just a rebel when it came to being like a studio fuckboy, I guess you could say, and listening to every little thing that they wanted him to do. I mean, I was even talking about this last night with people that, and it was awesome to hear because I hadn't seen some of these friends in like a year and a half. Obviously because of the pandemic. So it was nice to get together again. Maskless too, by the way. But you had to you had to wear your mask going through the restaurant, but then we were outside, so it was all good. But nobody, it was like in Palm Springs, everybody's like, what? No mandates anymore? Fine. Anyways, we're all just gonna start the apocalypse. No, but I was talking, especially my friend Amy, who absolutely hated, of course, the theatrical version. She was just like talked about how much she loved it, how much she loved Cyborg's backstory. She loved seeing Martian Manhunter, all this stuff because she's very familiar. She's not really familiar with the comic books, but she loves all the animation, all the shows and the movies. So she was just raving about that. So it was pretty awesome to hear that. And the fact that, and then I was kind of like letting them, they were all like asking me questions like, wow, you've talked to him and blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of funny, just like talking where it's like, yeah, they even asked the same question. Why would Warner Brothers just be like that? Why are they so shitty towards him? And it's just like, you just don't know. It's just such a weird thing. And it's just the egos that go around there. And I was also telling her and, other people too, that, that he shot 2 movies, with all these, they wanted him to do like these gags and then he would shoot like something different. He essentially shot 2 movies that he was just kind of a rebel. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they really didn't like him. They don't like him either. Yeah. Because it's just, he didn't want to listen to studio notes, and I get that. He's very collaborative though. That's what's funny is like, he's very collaborative, but then when they're pitching him stuff like Lightning Lad or something like that Barry should say, or whether it's the Fish line for now, I hear you talk to Fish. And it's just sad because you could actually see that because remember in the theatrical, they reused where Bruce like pulls Arthur's head. He goes, but you really can talk to Fish. It's like, what the fuck, man? When it's like that just shows you right there that they loved that joke so much, which was I'm pretty sure a Jeff Johns joke, that they wanted to use it again, that Whedon decided to use it again. Later on in the movie. It's just like, what the hell, man? It's just gross. Probably blame him for what happened with, who cares? I was watching Enoch's stream last night, and someone brought up the good point, in my opinion. Why would Zack make a 3-hour BBS movie knowing it wouldn't be shown in theaters? Granted, almost all of his movies are extended cuts, but still, shouldn't he have known? And who edited that the theatrical? Well, I'm sure that DJ and all them, like his normal editors, did that. I think he always, when it comes to Zack, I think, he's also, in that he's got that rebel mentality of like, if you want me to tell this story, you have to allow me some time. I think he always knew that there was going to be an ultimate edition, maybe. And to me, I mean, going back to, I guess you could say, that capitalistic mindset of, hey, yeah, here's this version right here, but there's going to be a longer, better version later on, So, I mean, I always looked at it as kind of smart in a way, because it's like, yeah, they don't want all that out there. And it's like, and then maybe when it came to Justice League, he had that mindset, and they didn't like that mindset too, of like the fact that he had this super long Justice League movie. And then maybe the idea of like, well, we can also pitch it for like, a bigger one coming out on video. I mean, it seems like, as a business sense, smart. So I don't know. To me, I think it's smart. I thought it was actually pretty smart, to be awesome. Guys, can you guys send ventilators to Nepal? I don't know if you want ventilators. I heard that the ventilators weren't good, but I don't know. No, it's random. Very random. Honestly, don't see BBS having less than 3 hours. Yeah, there's a lot of story. Yeah, 3 hours was like perfect for it. I mean, originally it was 3 hours and like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, there's still more stuff in there that we hadn't seen, but I think he's perfectly happy with the 3 hour and 2 minutes, 3 hour and 1 minute, whatever it is. So, but yeah, there was at one point 3 hours and 15, 3 hours and 20. Titanic was a long movie. Yeah. Zack wanted DC characters to have, yeah, exactly. But the studio is looking at it for how many screenings can there be? That's the way they look at it. They look at it that business sense. They're trying to get as much money as possible with the box office. So they're not looking at it like as, oh yeah, but if we release the longer version on Blu-ray, they're not looking at those DVD sales as much as they're looking at the box office. So I don't know. They're dummies. That's all. What can we say? I really want Zack to release the Jon Stewart Green Lantern footage. Yeah, but it won't be finished. It won't be finished. I don't think he actually has finished footage. He just took a shot, like that still, and then had, them put in all the backgrounds in the suit and stuff like that. I don't think he actually, maybe, I don't know if he'll ever release the raw footage where you actually see all that. That'd be pretty sweet, but release the even more ultimate edition of BVS. Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder what's all in there and stuff. So didn't Terrio said ultimate edition was the theatrical before? Yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah. Maybe is that what he said? I don't remember. Okay, yeah. If that's what he said, then that's probably, yeah. But then they can, yeah. But I still think it's like smart business wise. It's like, hey. Because it seemed like there was other movies that were doing it too. Like, hey, we got the longer cut, the special edition that happened with Suicide Squad 2, Suicide Squad as well. So, yeah, maybe I don't remember if Terrio said that, but if he did, then there you go. Then it wasn't like a business decision or something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for getting me through. Hey, no problem, to run a few months. University, this fandom is the best. These live streams well, I thank you, man. Appreciate it. Definitely try, guys. Stop comparing the end game, comparing it to end game, and that was the finale of that story. BVS was the second movie. That's true, very true. And you can't even really compare Justice League, his Justice League, to Endgame, because that's not the final. That's not the final of that tale either. You'd have to compare Justice League 3 to it. That's what's interesting. God damn it, man! You guys got to realize. Think about it. Okay, so with this, we got a trilogy right now, right? We got Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League, his Justice League. It's very much, to me, it's kind of like how it is with the original Star Wars trilogy, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, because that's because, you know, you got that bridge, like BVS is that dark bridge that everything's like, you know, it doesn't end on like the happy note, super happy note. It ends with a fucking funeral. You know, there's just so many things, you know, because there's that deconstruction, you know, like he was talking about. You put it together, Man of Steel, take it apart, BVS, put it together, Justice League. So then we need a Justice League 2. We're going to get a Justice League BVS, more darker and deconstructed. And it kind of makes you wonder how many people, you know, are people going to be okay with that, you know? Because that was like the biggest gripe of BVS was the fact that they didn't like to see Batman. But even though it was leading to something better, which it does. I mean, after watching the ending again and even talking with my friends, you know, I was just mentioning that how a lot of people are coming around and going, oh, this is what he was trying to accomplish. And BVS is like, you're going to get these characters, specifically Batman and Superman, to this point. And it's, you know, it's so beautifully done. But everybody wants that instant gratification. Gal said something about that is, wait, Gal got backlash because she stood for her country. Oh, okay. I thought she said something new today. I was like, hopefully she's not in trouble again. So yeah. Davey's still drinking that new. Yeah, there's still some coffee left. There's like one little sip or like one little drink left. Good stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Oh boy, here we go again. Yeah, let's not start arguing about that whole thing. But that's my cue. So anyways, guys, I'll probably do maybe like a box office video later, and you know, I think they've released some numbers, and I really hope that Netflix releases good, like stellar numbers, just to make Warner Brothers look like idiots again. Like, hey, look at this original Army of the Dead movie that your boy Zack Snyder that you guys just don't want to do anything more with. Look what's going on. I mean, this is just box office special event numbers. You know, that's just, I mean, yeah, they're not going to be like super stellar and high because they were limited screens, but still, look at the fan base came out in stride. I'm hoping that the numbers are pretty good. And then, you know, hopefully they release the numbers next weekend when we see how many people were, you know, how many households were watching the damn thing. Combine those numbers and just, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I just love it that he's just been throwing that shade over at Warner Brothers like crazy. You know, they tortured him. They're like, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass with them. Oh, man, it's just great. And like I said, still, guys, there's still going to be something. There's still going to be a bomb to drop. There's going to be some bombs that are going to be dropping too, man. And, you know, it's just going to be funny to see the reaction from the certain bloggers and stuff like that. I know there is some people that are still, you know, it doesn't make sense to me why they have it interim, and they love Joss Whedon so much. And then Joss Whedon ended up being the creep, and they really wanted Zack to be the creep. And they still say Zack Snyder's not a good person. And you go, what did he do? What did he do to you? What did he do? Like, answer that. That's anytime I see that, I just want to go, what did he do to you? Like, how did he hurt you? Because he made a Batman that you didn't like? Is that what he did to you? He like ruined your childhood. If that's the case, anybody who says you ruined my childhood, you didn't have a good childhood. You had a sad childhood. Because anytime I when it came to Ghostbusters 2016, female Ghostbusters, I hate that movie. I hate it. But do I say that Paul Feig ruined my childhood? No. In fact, he actually made my childhood better, because then I go back and thinking about watching the Ghostbusters cartoons and the movies. Those movies just made me appreciate it just a little bit more. And it's going to make me appreciate the next Ghostbusters maybe a little bit more too. So, but I don't say you're going to ruin my childhood. Get out of here with that. Stop saying that. I hate that. I hate that phrase. I ruined my childhood. It's like, no, don't let that happen. Zack killed him with kindness. I guess so. I guess he does kill him with kindness. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know. It's just so stupid. What do you want? Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to say to Warner Brothers after all these numbers and stuff.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
They don't even know. They don't even know what they want.
That's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world, okay?
Maybe that's what it is. I think it's just what he says, like, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. I think he really means that, but I think he's like kind of trolling too, that little stuff, because I think, when he was, giving us little tidbits over the years, I think he was kind of going, but then it's just kind of funny when I love it that these people do that. It's like when Ben Affleck posted the Deathstroke test footage and then got on a plane, because he knew what he was doing. He was like, fuck, I'm going to blow up the internet right now. So it's just good stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hit that like, thumbs up before you leave. Hit that notification bell. If you want to join Film Junkee, like I said, I've been doing members only vlogs for you guys. I'll say some other little stuff in there that I don't say live. So please do that. And then, of course, if you want to become part of the Patreon, like I said, you become part of the Patreon, be a patron. I'm going to give the patrons access to the new merch first and a little discount code too as well. So we want to do that, whatever helps out the pirate ship. And then, of course, the Film Junkee closet's down below, but I'm going to rearrange the closet hopefully tonight into tomorrow and get some new merchandise in there. Like I said, 4 new shirts should be going in there, and should be good. So, all right, guys, love you, and we'll talk to you later.